Okay, hi, this is Twisted Granny Tarot, and I'm going to do the horoscope for July for Sagittarius using an astrology chart as a diagram. It's a circle. It has 12 segments in the circle. Each segment is labeled as a topic of a person's life. So we're going to put a card in each one of these slots and find out what's going on in that particular situation. Now, here we go. Here's my year and a day calendar that I got from Link. And, oh my goodness sake, here we are, a year and a day. So inside are little known and less cared for facts about ancient deities. How about that? Right here on the back cover, it says feast days from pagan pantheons around the world. Moons, astrology, quotes, historic old photos, press clippings, and so on. That's the GBG year and a day calendar. Has something to say about every day of the year. So let's just see. What's got Feast of Expectant Mothers on July the 2nd. Well, that would be tomorrow, right? At temples throughout Rome, pregnant women gathered to honor Bona Carmenta, Lucina, and other goddesses for the Feast of Expectant Mothers. How about that? Does anybody have a feast for us when we're pregnant? Well, it's because we're not goddesses. We're not even human. So there we go. Okay, New Year. On the next day, it says here, July 3rd, the new year of the Seminole Indian tribe of Florida begins. Witch of Gaida Day is in Italy, and also the Day of Athena in Greece, and the dog days begin. The dog days of summer begin on July 3rd. Well, that's news to me. I thought it happened in August. But anyway, there we go. And the Seminole tribe was the only tribe in America that surrendered to the U.S. government. They still haven't surrendered, and they're not going to. We lived in Florida for a long time, and we were told that Seminole is actually some type of maybe Cherokee or Chickasaw word for stranger, because really they were a collection of Native Americans, white people, black people, Scottish people, Irish people, and they didn't like what was going on in that part of the world because Andrew Jackson was sending them off to Oklahoma on the Trail of Tears. They decided they didn't want to go, so they went to Florida, and they hid in the Everglades. Now you can get lost in there. In Florida, there's a whole lot of scrub brush and things like that going on. Okay, so thank you for listening. I hope that was helpful. And if you want to buy one, hit gbgcalendar.com. You won't be sorry. It'll increase your education. All right, so let's go with the first house, which has to do with what you think about at this moment in time in your mind. Oh, you're thinking about harmony, Mr. Sag and Miss Sag. Harmony, because harmony makes life much more pleasant and more fun. So it's nice to see or hear that you all are working towards harmony. Second house is Ten of Cups. Well, the Scorpio got this. Ten of Cups, this is a generational money card. So you're well aware that the money that you earn will be used by everybody in your family, because you're going to leave you want to leave some particular amounts of money to people you love, and then there might be some situations like charities that you may want to leave them some money, because it's for everybody. When it comes to that, you're generous. Okay. Third house. Okay. This is Temperance card, and it's your communication card. So if we're getting the Temperance card in this house, it's because there have been times when you were rather intemperate during a conversation. Now you've learned to bottle your enthusiasm. Is there a movie about that, a TV show about that, Curb Your Enthusiasm? I don't know. But anyway, the Temperance card is going to work well for you. The Sages are full of fun, and they're full of bright ideas, and sometimes it's better to let somebody else be that for the moment. Not just today. Okay, just today, not every day. Okay, now this is your fourth house. What the heck is this? Oh, honey, this is Two of Pentacles. And this is all about your home, because this is the fourth house of where you live, in your home. And in a regular card, a regular tarot card, this would be a person who's holding on to Two Pentacles tightly. Oh, no, wait, sorry. That's wrong. It's about balance, because it says balance right there. I was thinking the Four of Pentacles. So you make it up your mind whether you want to go or you want to stay. Should you improve the house or should you sell the house? Should you just abandon ship and move to Seattle, or what should you do? Okay, because that, or B, how are you going to balance your money with your bills? But fifth house is romance and creativity. Here's the Four of Pentacles that I was just describing. And he does have his hands and feet on the money because he wants to make sure that it's used wisely. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is fifth house of romance and creativity. This says control. Well, yeah, because there are foolish ways to use money, and then there are smart ways to use money. But that's everybody has their own opinion about that. So, so 1, 2, 3. 4. This has to do with romance and creativity. And if you are holding on to the money with regard to romance and creativity, there must be a reason. So try to figure out, can this situation be remedied? Can the rules that are in place in your house today with regard to money be relaxed a little? Just asking, because control is difficult for the controller and next to impossible for the person who's being controlled. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 houses, work and health. Oh, 6 of Cups. These people are having it. She's remembering the good times she had. So you know what? This is her sixth house. This is about work and health. So sometimes you think about people that you knew from work and they bring you happy memories just to thinking about it. And I think that you think that if more people could work in intelligent workspaces, people would be a lot happier. But working at home is when they're the happiest. When they got remote, woohoo, yay, remote work. Okay, that's 6. This is 7, 8 of Koi. Okay, so what's this guy doing? This is your 7th house, marriage partnerships and business partnerships. Well, what's this guy doing? Pounding out money. Well, that's not so bad. And actually, he's pounding out these discs because that's his job. Just pretend he's a sculptor. And he's literally making money out of coin, making coins. But he knows, the person in this picture knows what is at stake if he fails to live up to the diligent practices he's worked towards. Okay, this guy's very careful about where he spends his money, how he does his work. He wants to make it perfect, and there are no boo-boos. He dots every I, crosses every T, because if there's a slight error, then it could stop everything in its tracks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Marriage partnerships and business partnerships. So skill, this says at the bottom. So in order to balance the load between home and work, it takes diligence on both sides. Okay? Diligence on the counterpart of those people. Okay, well, look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8th house of money from other people and unearned income. And what did we get? Oh my Lord, just a minute. Holy mackerel, Andy. Okay. 8th house, money from other people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Money from other people means unearned income, as in income tax checks, inheritance checks, lawsuit checks. Where else can you get a check on? I don't know, lottery. Okay, so what we have here in this money from other people, we got Princess of Swords. The what? The Princess of Swords. Well, swords are for cutting. Then we got the King of Pentacles. That's another face card. So this is a face card, this is a face card. I put a modifier on top of the face card, and I got another face card, so I'm going to have to do that again, okay? All right. So his job is to see that his family comes out with the most money. This is a person, she wants her little portion right much sooner than that. She wants her portion much sooner than that. Then we got the Queen of Swords. Good grief. So here we got the Princess of Swords. Then we got the Queen of Swords. Oh, and we have it like against the King of Pentacles. So the swords are all about intellectual activity and your cerebrum, and how wisdom, and how to work wisely. One of those ways is to get advice from other people. Okay? All right. So these two have big ideas about how the money should be spent, or where the money is going to come from. King of Pentacles, Queen of Swords. So they've got budget ideas. They're having a budget situation that the part of the group wants to do A and the other part of the group wants to do B. One part of the group is more conservative than the other. The swords would be more likely to be full of beautiful decorations and lots of fun to talk to, and spend their money that way on morale. Maybe that's what they want to do with the money, spend it on morale. He's like, no, we need to put it in the bank because we got bills to pay. And then we have this Seven of Swords. So this person has just been in a battle, and he has gone back to pick up the spoils of war, pick up the swords, the shields, the knives, the daggers, the pikes, whatever they had to. Now this says deception. So, because he's sort of sneaking back there. So, okay. Well, then I'm going to say, guess what, kids? When it comes to money at your company, and then money from other people. Okay, well, if you're talking about money at your job, there may be some people who are the heads of 3 or 4 different departments, and they know a big check is coming in, and they have, well, we need that money to spend on X so we can do Y faster. That's practical, but is it going to win? And what do you want, Toby? What is it, baby? Are you talking to me? Sorry, my dog's talking to me. Anyway, we got Prince of Successive. So look, we got different ideas about how that money should be collected and what should be done with that money. And people are not above sliding it across the table and just dumping it in their lap. Okay? It may look legit on paper, but might not be. So whenever money gets involved, because people are who they are and behave how they do. Princess of Swords, King of Pentacles. Princess of Swords wants hers right now. King of Pentacles wants to put the money in the bank. Queen of Swords says, yes, but we need to do this, this, and this. And the Seven of Swords is somebody else who's much more selfish. So is there going to be some money? Yes. Is your department going to get some? Well, sweet talk who you need to sweet talk. Okay? How about that? Oh, and so maybe you can trade him this for that. Because there's somebody here going to do things underhanded. And when you talk to him, he's going to think that you're on to him and all you're doing is asking innocent questions. However, what am I looking at? Well, this would be, oh, see, it's temperance. That means patience and wait, just delay. Because actually, this is, it goes right here. They're opposites. Well, anyway, be kind, be careful, and do your due diligence. Okay. 9th house. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9th house is philosophy, religion, higher education, and long distance travel. And the 9 of Cups is a card of somebody who has everything she wants. So, folks, philosophy, religion, higher education. I think that those topics, you want to go for a trip, you want to fly to Hawaii, you want to fly to Maui, you want to fly to Paris, you want to, this card indicates that somewhere in your life, your mate or yourself, you have the money to do that right now. But you may not want to, but you can. And you might want to start a little bucket list. Well, I don't really have the money to go to X next week, but I do have the money to go to Y. So you're going to get everything you want. You're going to get to see everything you want eventually. All right, that's 9. This is 10. Oh, Lordy, Lordy. Okay, this is your 10th house of your career. What do we got here? We got a Chariot. So at your job, 1, 2, 3, 4. Is there this is interesting. 2 opportunities here. This is you, Mr. Sag and Miss Sag, driving 2 horses on a chariot. 1 horse is black, 1 horse is white. It doesn't mean one's evil and one's good. It just means one horse wants to go one direction. The other horse wants to go in the other direction. And the driver hasn't quite made up his mind, so he's going to get what the horses want. And which means to me that there may be, because you're working so diligently on success at work, they may have 2 separate jobs for you. You can get promoted in there, or you can get promoted over there, or you can get promoted and take both jobs and take both salaries. I don't know, because this right here is the opposite card, says balance. So let's pretend you're the manager of ABC, and you're going to give yourself 3 days a week for that. And now, and also, they need a manager for DEF, and you can do that 2 days a week. What do you think of that? 2 offers here. So, 2 offers here. And how are they going to be divided up? However you and the boss divide them up. What they think will work. Okay, 11th house is long-term plans. This is a justice card, long-term plans. So justice, what is justice? When you've been, what's the matter, babe? When you have been alerted to the fact that there is some imbalance in your department or your home. And B, somebody needs to, or B, well, somebody could need to be reprimanded or could need to have a talking to, because justice will keep anybody out of jail. I mean, that's not true. That's not true. So pay attention and don't get yourself in trouble, and stay on the right side of the law. Okay? 12th house, 3 of Pentacles. This card is similar to this one in that he is banging out good copies too. But this is a pro and this is a beginner. So for some reason, sometimes when you go to sleep at night, you remember what it was like to be a newbie in your profession, whatever that is. And there's something about that you found very satisfying. Practice, practice, practice to make perfect, perfect, perfect. Now, what goes on in the middle of these? Oh, hon. Now, what are you miserable about? Oh. This is a good card. So this has worry around it. So what kind of worry do you have? The worry about the money? I don't think you need to worry about that. The worry about, well, your romantic partner, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, because this is your 5th house of romance. This is your 7th house of marriage partnerships and business partnerships. You don't mind working on a relationship. Well, I don't know if you mind it, but you're cognizant of the fact that relationships still need coaching each other. Now, what's this? Holy cow! Another card of the major arcana. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, did I count that one? 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess we got 4. Okay. So, look, you have incredible amounts of mental telepathy, and you need to stop and listen to what the voice inside your head is telling you, because it might be right. When you're pondering a particular topic of importance, you might want to sit down. You might want to write down the main concerns, and she can help you with it, because she, there used to be a song by John Hartford called "Turn Your Radio On." Well, I love that song. And I love that song because everybody has the ability to pick up messages unseen. It's called mental telepathy. And it's like little waves you can't see. So she helps you stay alive. She helps you to stay on the right track. If you get a sneaking suspicion that you ought to do that, whatever that is, follow it and don't do that, because she's trying to keep you on the straight and narrow. If it's a dumb idea, she's going to tell you, oh, by the way, our real brain, according to some books and ancient books, is the gut. And I think it's the Romans and the Greeks thought that. Because if a person makes a statement and it doesn't feel right in your gut, then that's a lie. Or B, it's so distasteful to you that you can't handle it. Just because he wants you to do it doesn't mean you should do it. Because if you get the idea that you don't want any part of that, then stick with that, because she's telling you the truth. Sometimes we don't have to know all the details. Maybe they would just get in the way. So just don't go there with that guy. Okay? All right. Well, thank you for listening. I appreciate it. It's been a pleasure. Mr. and Miss Sag, thank you very much, because I sure like checking in with your life and to see what's cooking for you in there. And I think there's some disappointments here, but I think, and you've got kind of a kerfuffle going on in your 8th house of money. So somebody wants your money, or somebody wants you to spend the money in a particular way. So good luck with your advice. Okay? All right, thanks. This is Twisted Granny Tarot. Thank you very much for staying with me today. I really appreciate it. And so I hope you have a great month of July. Yay! All right, thanks. Bye.